He hits another.
Well, that's what he can do really well. He can stroke that fridge.
What's going on, YouTube? It's CoopsHoops, and I'm here today to discuss the NBA season so far and some of my preseason predictions that I had to see if they stack up to what's really going on. But before I get into that, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, as I'll be discussing NBA topics and basketball topics in general. And as I say that, let's get into it. So I had an idea before the season started. It was to create a preseason prediction video. I unfortunately didn't get that done in time, and it was a little bit too long. So I decided to just see how the season was going to go, and it's about 2 weeks in now. So I want to see how my predictions and the standings, how they stack up to actually what's going on. And I still feel like some of my predictions could be right. Okay, so currently the number one seed in the East right now is the 76ers at 7-2. My preseason prediction had the Brooklyn Nets being number one. I still feel like the Brooklyn Nets will end up being a top 2 or 3 seed, but they just got to figure out their chemistry, what they're doing with Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant still looks really good. James Harden has been struggling a lot with the new NBA rules and foul calls, but overall they still have a talented team, and I expect them to be at the top still. Number 2 in the East at 6-2 are the Miami Heat. I actually had the defending champs Milwaukee Bucks at the number 2 spot. The Bucks, I still expect them to be a top 4 seed. They're just figuring out, their health and getting their players back to what they were last year. So I expect them, as the season to go on, Giannis to continue putting up MVP numbers as he is, and to the whole crew to get back together. Number 3 in the East currently are the Bulls at 6-2. I had predicted that the Miami Heat would actually be in this spot, but they're actually a spot higher. I was really big on the Heat in the preseason. I felt like the addition of Kyle Lowry was, invaluable. I mean, I thought Jimmy Butler and Bam were going to continue making leaps, and Tyler Hero has been surprisingly really, really good. He's in contention for 6th Man of the Year. So with all that, they still even have Victor Oladipo locked up in the vault, trying to get back from injury. So overall, I think this Heat team is a real championship contender. Currently number 4 in the East are the 6-3 Brooklyn Nets. I had predicted the Philadelphia 76ers to be number 4. So far, I think I might have ranked the 76ers a little too low, as they are the number 1 seed right now. I just felt like Ben Simmons' situation and the uncertainty around it, and if he's going to get traded, and chemistry issues, I thought that would make them a little bit lower. But so far, so good. They're the number 1 seed again. And, I did say with Joel Embiid, you can win, a lot of games with him. So currently number 5 in the Eastern Conference standings is the 6-3 New York Knicks. I predicted the Boston Celtics here originally. The Celtics so far have been struggling with chemistry issues. They're a little too heavily reliant on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They're not shooting it well. The supporting cast isn't shooting it all too well either. They have the pieces to be one of the top seeds, but they're just not putting it together right now. So they got to figure out their chemistry and their leaders. Who's going to be the leader in that locker room? The surprising team at number 6 in the Eastern Conference standings right now are the Washington Wizards at 6-3. I had the Chicago Bulls here originally at 6. And I was really high on Chicago, but I didn't know where they were going to be ranked at during the year, because they had a whole bunch of new pieces. But they have so far been really good, and they're currently number 3. And I think they will be securely in the playoffs this year, not even in the play-in. So far my prediction of at least that is correct. Another surprise team, number 7 currently in the East, is the Cleveland Cavaliers at 6-4. I originally had the Atlanta Hawks in this spot. I felt like Atlanta was gonna take a step back this year because of chemistry issues, and just there's only one ball and they have a lot of talent. So they got to figure out a way to get everybody involved, and until they do that, they'll probably continue to struggle as they are. And the teams in the East have gotten better. So number 8 currently is the Raptors at 6-4. I had the New York Knicks here in my preseason prediction. The Knicks, I guess I ranked them a little too low. Right now they're currently number 5. I still feel like I don't know, something about them that I just don't trust about them, but they play hard, they play good defense, they have good young pieces, and right now they're just putting it all together right now. And yeah. Number 9 currently in the East is the Charlotte Hornets at 5-5. Here in my preseason prediction, I had the Toronto Raptors here, so pretty close. The Raptors are currently 8th, and I had them 9th, and I feel like that's the range that they are. They have good pieces around them until they get Pascal Siakam back. I think they're going to float around this range for the rest of the season. Probably going to be a play-in team for sure, but they have a lot of talent. Number 10 on the current list is the Milwaukee Bucks, and in my preseason prediction I had the Charlotte Hornets. And so right now that's 2 predictions that I have pretty much correctly. The Hornets right now are 9th and I have them 10th. They're going to be, I think, in the play-in, either the last few spots, or they're going to be around that area. And I believe in them so much because of LaMelo Ball, because I love his game. He's really exciting to watch, and he's a real talented player. I think he's going to be an MVP of this league maybe one day, or if not, the lowest, he'll just be a multiple-time All-Star. But yeah. Number 11 currently is the Atlanta Hawks. My preseason prediction, I had the Indiana Pacers here. This one is wrong right now because the Pacers are actually lower than the 11th seed right now. I don't know what it is up there in Indiana right now. They've been struggling a few years. They have a pretty talented team, but it's like a middle of the pack type team. They had a new coach in Rick Carlisle, and he's still trying to figure out his schemes. So I don't know what's going on in Indiana, but they got to figure it out. Number 12, we have the current Boston Celtics at 4-5. My preseason prediction was the Washington Wizards. This is the team that has been surprising. I thought they wouldn't be as good. I knew they got a lot of good pieces back from the Lakers, but I wasn't sure if that was going to be enough. Like, I felt like the East was a lot better. But the Wizards are actually 6th right now, which is securely in the playoffs. We'll see if they'll be able to hang on to that security, but I had them 12 in my preseason prediction. 13 right now is the Indiana Pacers at 3-7. In my preseason prediction, I had the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, Cleveland has really been surprising. They're currently 7th, and they're in the play-in. I think they're a few years away from really contending, but I did talk about Evan Mobley being as a Anthony Davis type, impact on the offense and defensive end eventually. But right now he's doing really good. He's in one of the leading candidates for Rookie of the Year, and overall they have the big team, but I think Cleveland is trying to build something there, but right now it's working. So we'll see if it lasts for the rest of the season. Currently 14th in the league is the Orlando Magic at 2-8. I had the Detroit Pistons here in my preseason rankings. These two are pretty much flip-flop, so I think I got these right. I think anybody could have predicted them as being the worst teams. They're just a young team. They got some young rookies that they're just going to try to adjust. Although Cade has gotten off to a slow start, I think he's going to be at least a star in this league once he starts to get the speed of the game. And, he's coming off an injury, so it's hard to always jump into basketball, coming off of injuries. Basketball is about rhythms, and he's not in a rhythm right now. So once he catches his rhythm, which will probably happen later on in the year, I think he'll start putting up some pretty big numbers. Last in the East right now are the Detroit Pistons at 1-8, and I had the Orlando Magic here in my preseason predictions. So they're, like I said, they're flip-flop. The Orlando Magic, they got the same thing as the Detroit Pistons. They have young group of players. I mean, they have a three-headed group of young point guards. Actually 4, because Markelle Fultz, when he comes back from injury. So they got to figure out what's going on there. But overall, I mean, it's going to be a few years before they're contending, and they just got to develop their young talent right now. So that's what they're going to spend this year doing. No expectations really for both of those squads. So overall, with my predictions, some of them right, a lot of them wrong. Still early in the season. It's only been about 9 games-ish for everybody. They got a lot more games to go. We'll see if these predictions end up being more right towards the end of the year. But I love talking basketball, and I hope I can grow this channel up, and we can talk basketball more and have more discussions about certain things. My next video will involve the Western Conference of my preseason predictions and how they are stacking up right now. So look out for that one. This is CoopsHoops, and I'm out.